Okay, so here you can see we have the inside of the van all cleaned out. We scraped all the jute, scaled it, and filled any pinholes and painted the inside of the floor. Getting ready to put down some rubber back Durason and plywood before carpet. So this product here is called Durason. It's a rubber product made from old crushed tires, and it's used in the hardwood flooring. We use it in hardwood floors to go underneath engineered or laminate floors in condominiums mostly, because it's a sound deadening, and it also gives you a little bit of R value. We're going to use it as the underlayment because the old jute that came out of this van was pretty much shot, so we're going to use this underneath the plywood as a little sound deadening and a little bit of insulation. Okay, this is my first vlog, so I had to come up with a tripod. So here's my new tripod. You see it's got the built-in studio lights. It's wired tied to a nice piece of pipe here, plumbing. My buddy Dale, who's a plumber at the UW Medical Center, retired now, made this for me out of an old chair and a couple of nice floodlights. And so I've got nice light on the situation and a place to hold my camera. There you go, baby. All right, so we're just going to roll this stuff out here, this Durason. We're going to roll it out and cut it to fit inside on the floor here. We'll just get right after it. Like that, let it creep up the walls a little bit, ain't gonna hurt nothing. You get the idea. Okay, the Durason underlayment backing is all in. You see I left that little spot right along there. It's going to be a wire run for the lights on these little running boards. See these running boards? I put the little lights in there when I had this van all apart before I had it painted. And the lights are coming up there, and they're going to run across and connect with the other side and then run to an independent switch underneath the dash up forward. Well, there's a Durason inside the whole thing. The wheel wells, the rubber and the jute on the wheel wells were pretty good, original factory GM stuff, so I just cleaned them up and put them back in, and they're going to be underneath the bed, so I figured they would be just fine in there. And I just left like I said, I left the Durason running up the side a little bit because the insulation is going to come down, and that's all going to be behind the wall. And yeah, I'm ready to move on to the next step and start fitting some 1/2-inch plywood in the bottom. Okay, so here you can see we're going to use the pattern method to make this floor in this van here. We're just going to pattern it off with some door skin. Just take a hot glue gun. This was actually my daughter's hot glue gun from her projects in high school when she was in high school. And you just hot glue these patterns all together in the shape that you want, fitting around all the little things. I'll pull this pattern out of here and lay it on a piece of plywood and cut it out, and I will certainly show you when that happens. I have to turn the music off every time I do this, you know, because of the copyright thing. I've watched a lot of YouTube, but this is my very first video, so I just figured I'd have to do something in my older age here. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and glue that one on. We'll see how this goes later on. I've got a real treat when the music comes in because my son is a vlogger you can go to Charles Erickson, and he's a YouTube vlogger, and he's got tons of original music that he writes and plays, and he gave me the okay to use it in some of my vlogs, so you might be hearing some of that if I keep this up. All right, over and out. Well, it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day out here in the Great North Woods. Here's a shot of the front of the van, driver's side. I didn't start vlogging till today. I did all this work over the last weeks and months, rounded up a bunch of parts and stuff. So right now we're going ahead and get some plywood out of the rack over there, and we're going to go ahead and I went and bought a bunch of stuff at Home Depot yesterday, insulation and plywood and stuff, and we're going to set up a little shop right outside there and cut that plywood.